Hello. I decided to start this live because I had an energy. I don't know why I'm not getting any. I can't see if you guys are commenting or whatever on the stream. I can't. I'll respond to everything because I eventually got to get another phone. So, given that, I'm able to see your responses, but I finally had a chance to get some sleep, and I've had this energy that God has been angry for a long time. There's just this energy of God just being angry. There's just a lot of anger. There was a lot for a long time. And anyways, through all this angry energy, I feel that something has finally been cleared. And then I got Archangel Michael that visited me, and I talked with Archangel Michael for a little bit, which was a first. And we talked about paths being cleared. Paths have been cleared, destinies have been put to where they're supposed to be. Oh, there's a bird that just came by. Birds are significant. And as I went on this walk, I found it was funny because yesterday there was none of the lawns were clear at all. And anyways, now today all the grass is done. It's very odd how all this is kind of going down. And the wind, like that tree over there, the wind is blowing and it's calmer. And we were supposed to have a storm yesterday, and the storm never set. And in the message that he gave me, which I know this sounds really weird, but I guess there where darkness had taken a lot of people, and they were trying to save as many as they could, and some were lost, some were some were found. But this energy is not everybody was lost was saved. Not everybody that was saved was lost. So I guess some of the lost are just going to remain lost, or they didn't. All they said really was a lot of it was lost. So honestly, I'm thinking maybe just the lost is maybe they passed on before they could be saved, or maybe they got saved in death. It was something like that. And there's been a lot of passings I've been seeing because of my line of work. And I wonder if some of these guys that passed away at the nursing homes were angels. Because angels can put themselves in any thing they want to put them in and surround anybody. Especially if they want to keep track of people. This is what angels do. And it felt weird, the deaths that came and left. A lot of them died real peacefully, which was very odd. And a lot of them, their last wishes were granted. There's a lot of stuff in this energy of the last wishes were finally granted. See how the wind just kind of goes this way? It flows one way and the other way. I feel like these are the winds of renewal. I really do. Oh, I can't, if you're doing a message or whatever, I can't see the comments. I have to get another phone. It's letting me tape, but I cannot get at the other phone. I was just talking about how I was visited by Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael told me that everything that was surrounded, God's clearing the path. And everywhere I'm going today, the paths are clear. So it's even clear. It's clear for everyone. I don't know if it's significant with the second coming of Jesus or what's going on in that realm. I mean, I do astral travel. I do. But what's going on in the other realm is peace and prosperity. And I guess just if you're doing good things, keep doing it. If you're doing bad things, judgment is here. And I'm about ready to do a reading when I actually get home. And it's about judgment being cleared. So, and I feel it's about a major player that was taken down. There was a major player that was connected with other players. And to clear this energy, they had to get rid of a lot of different people, and they had to come in a certain way. I believe this was going on for years, I was told by the angel. They just wanted not a lot of people to get hurt. No. Last time this happened, there was a tick. No. Get out. Come on. Up. Last time, I swear there was a tick. Let me make sure there's no tick or anything on him. Alright, let me get this off of him. Alright. I knew this was going to happen. Hang on. Okay. Alright, hang on, Chong. Let me make sure you didn't get yourself into trouble. I don't want those bugs on you. Alright, no bugs. So we're going to walk this way through this neighborhood and out this way. I had to find a garbage can. It's like 90 degrees where I'm at. That's all you want to do is roll around this grass. And last time there was a tick. But yeah, there is a thing the angel told me about years and the end of a cycle of darkness. He just kept talking about the cycle of darkness that took years. And we're in a new cycle. And then this cycle of new beginnings is going to be a lot of things going on. There's going to be, in this cycle of new beginnings, is literally going to be a lot of restoration. Restoration was one of the things that they talked about. All right, we're going this way. I'm serious. I'm not going to have you sitting there and getting another tick on you before we get home. Come on. All right, it's hot out too. Come on, let's go. You want to go bathroom? We're going to bathroom. All right, let's try to go this way. Even people are being nicer today. Usually everybody's really rude. They really are. And today, in this cycle, everybody has become nicer today. I don't know if it's the time of day, but I feel there's just change in the wind. Like a change of guard. There's a change of guard. I'm talking as I'm getting my download. I get it when I'm in nature a lot. Alright, I'm going to pull my glasses up. since I can't see my comments. Hopefully soon, once I move, I'm just going to go get my upgrade for my actual phone. But yeah, there's just some kind of change in the wind. And I just seen, hang on, I'm trying to pay attention to these cars, trying to get past the street. Okay. I don't need to be hit by a car, but every car is clearing. I don't even have to worry about it. It's crazy in this energy. I feel like there's something that was on its way of coming, and the last cycle has ended. The last cycle has ended, and the angels have won. It's some kind of prophet. See, there's a little bird that came across our path. I've been seeing more birds today. Some kind of prophet was saved, and some kind of prophecy was fulfilled. And I know it sounds crazy, but I just report what I get. I don't ask for these visions at all. I don't. I just live my life. And I go to the nursing home and I work, but yeah. This is what's been going on, and they said the last cycle is here. Has been done. The last signs have been done. I think it has to do a lot with the stuff with Jesus coming. And I believe in duality. I do believe Jesus was a Messiah, but I believe there was many Messiahs in between. Because then when you're in the different dimensions, these different Messiah, I mean, there's people that have been influential just like Jesus, just in different time periods. So I feel in this plane of existence, Jesus probably was our main Messiah. But there has been others, but it was not even lifetimes ago. Just centuries and centuries and on other timelines. There was other people that the divine has sent to try to restore. And there's so many different timelines. That's why I say there's more than one Messiah. Because sometimes I could see in different timelines. There were some timelines where that was more ahead, and some that are more behind. And the ones that are more ahead, Jesus is not in. And then some that are more behind, Jesus wasn't born yet then. It kind of goes like that. It's really weird. But these are how these timelines run. Like you can be in one alternate reality, you could be rich in another one be poor. This is why I say money doesn't matter. Because it's how you die and the honor and dignity you die with and how you rank up spiritually before you die that really matters. It doesn't matter if you went to church every day. It just matters how you served the light. And that is it. Because when you're born, the light gives you peace, or the light can give you a really messed up destiny, depending on what you did to upset the balance of these timelines. How many people you affected. You should never hate. Hate is a really bad thing to do. And I say this because hate creates ripples. And some people, they always have ripples. And they're always creating, I said no. I said no. We're not doing that. But time creates a bunch of ripples. Naturally. And if you don't flow like water, and you disrupt the water, that's when you get a lot of people bothering you. And I do believe since Jesus was a magician, and there's a lot of talk of water in the Bible, water is the element of life. So if you flow like the water of life, you do well. You really do. And I'm doing well. I am. I'm just not spending my extra money on another phone right now until I get moved. But hello to everybody, and I'm doing fine, Karan, and all of my supporters. I'm staying alive with my old technology because I just need to get this move done. I've got to rent U-Hauls and everything else, but yeah. But we all must serve the light in one way or form, because if not, the light always wins in the end. Dark practitioners, they're too one-sided, and they disrupt the flow of water. This is why the light doesn't like them, because there could be something that's a natural flow, and I believe there was so much negativity, so much, that the flow of water in our reality got affected. It was something about the flow of water. So I am getting that. So flow like water and care about one another, and everybody's going to be fine. I don't know how long it's going to take. I really don't. But I do know that the Messiah that was in this reality is coming. And this would be Jesus for us. I do know that. But to think that Jesus is the only Messiah is narrow thinking. It is. Because in different timelines, there had to have been others. Or maybe it always was one Messiah with different forms. Because God is only but light energy that flows like water. So if you operate in the light and you're doing stuff with light energy, it's going to flow. Oh, see that little bird there? I've been seeing so many birds. So many birds. They are going across the street. I believe that they saved who they couldn't save, they just couldn't save. It was just the way things are meant to be. There's so many cars over there and boats parked that way. We're just going to go to this side. And it's hot, so we're going to, after I get back to the old apartment, we're going to cool off and eat lunch. And it's the time of new beginnings. New beginnings, new ways of thinking. Because what we do against the animals and stuff and just humanity itself is terrible. It really, really is. And I guess the main thing that Archangel Michael said is these inhumane acts are going to come to an end. One way or another, they are going to come to an end. And all the people that suffered will be rewarded. Because all we are is just flesh suits. That's it. We were born into flesh and blood to pass messages, help people out in our own way in different realities of their life. Some people were meant to have families and maybe help one person being born, like the Virgin Mary was meant to be born to give birth to Jesus. Some of us were meant to be born to give birth to someone else, maybe. that's going to help somebody else come into a higher way of understanding. And then we're born again. And I do believe we're born again. I absolutely do. I don't think just because you die, your mortal body dies, your soul dies. I don't believe that malarkey. I believe that our soul always lives. And some of us, we might not remember everything, but I think we remember the good acts and things that made our soul happy. That's why, when you remember a past life experience, you remember your wife or your kids. You remember the things that you truly loved in that other life. You might not remember your job or things that you did, but you remember the things that really matter. It's really hot, so Chong is walking super slow. So we're just going to put on the air conditioner when we get home. I just been slowly throwing away everything that doesn't suit me in my house on this voyage that I'm going on my own and moving. And it just got me to thinking, and that's when the angel appeared yesterday. And I feel better about my voyage that I'm going alone because I feel it's for the best. That sometimes some people are meant to leave behind. And sometimes we get too in our feelings. And we ask God, why did you take away this person? Why did you take away that person? Sometimes they took that person away for your better good. And some people just, they're not in that kind of thinking. Alright, we're going to go around this house because they got all kinds of housework being done. Alright, come on, Chong. Come on. Let's go the other side of the street. We're almost home, then you can take a nap. But, yeah, all the school buses are here. But, yeah, I just feel sometimes when you're alone, you're not really alone. And that's really the message, too, in this. Is just because you feel like you're alone, you're not really alone. There's always something else looking over you, at you. And if you feel like you're alone and everything is coming across as bad, that's usually the dark forces trying to make you doubt yourself. It really is. And self-doubt is the devil's playground. That's why it's so important to try to have that self-love. If you have self-love, you're always close to the divine because you're always going to want to do the right thing. I don't know how many trees he's going to try to squeeze a little pee out of, y'all. But yeah, I keep that self-love every day. Love for people, love for animals, love for humanity. And I'm hoping one day when I die, which I'm not afraid to die, y'all, at all. Death is nothing but a new beginning. Oh my God, do you see them? I love squirrels. Even though they messed up the ecosystem here in Ohio, the squirrels, I still love them. But I hear they carry stuff. I don't know. I think rabies and a couple things. They're not good you got to get shots and stuff for them. There are some people that carry baby squirrels for pets. He's searching for that squirrel now. There he goes. But yeah, on the topic of searching, I think we're always searching for something that we think we can't have, but We think we need it because of material means. And the thing is, you could have anything you want to have. You know, if you really want it, manifesting, you're doing good things, the money comes. I didn't think it did. Didn't think I would get this far when I was abandoned by my divine counterpart. But God took care of me. And I met a tribe that supported me, that still supports me, that's there for me. And I'll be getting a new apartment, and I'm doing what I need to do. I'm spreading good word and good vibes. And then I'll have better equipment, and maybe I could start a movement, because that's what I've been manifesting, y'all. I've been manifesting a better tomorrow for everybody. That's why I have YouTube, because it's the only way to reach people. I mean, how other way can you reach that many people? So that's why I have the channel. It's just to make humanity better. Okay, we got some dogs here walking. I seen a thing on Judge Judy about having your dog playing and then somebody's dog got injured and all this stuff. So I let all the dogs go ahead. But yeah, it's always good not to really have your dogs interact with other dogs unless you really know for sure the dogs and how they're doing and everything. This is a side note, because we got to protect our dogs, even little dogs. I was somebody on my property. I went to go pet her dog, and her little chihuahua bit me, but I didn't say anything. But sometimes people do. They really do. They say something, and then you get in trouble. You end up in court. That's a side note to somebody that's kind of if you have like a dog that's really friendly, your dog's going to protect you. And if your dog ends up biting one dog because they're trying to be mean to you, you could be charged still, depending on where you're living at. And we have to protect our animals and our people, because there's just a lot of ugliness in the world. There really, truly is. We finally made to the property. I feel like I'm ready to pass out because I really need to. Well, we're getting to the home stretch. This will be the old home. Pretty soon I will have an all new, brand new home. And I'm very excited about new beginnings. Why be upset about spilt milk? Why cry over spilt milk? I used to hear that all the time when I was younger. Why cry over spilt milk? We're going to go through the back area because I don't even know what this is. This big truck. It seems like utter chaos in this place. I'll be glad when all this is over. There's a thing in that energy too. Somebody is glad that the darkness has been lifted. Because why not? If the darkness is to be lifted, why be upset? You might have lost a friend. You know, some people, they may have lost their parents, but their parents are happy now. They're with God, and the Messiah is on its way. I've been getting really strong vibes about the Messiah, coming its way. So, because it's coming. That time of presidents is coming. So, everybody stay good, stay patient. Because our time is coming and time of clarity is coming. And I'm going to end this and I'll respond to any comments since obviously I can't see any of your questions. And we'll talk to y'all later.